White Lake.
14 and 4.5 hours.
14 and 4.5 hours. Look at those
going,
fish.
And we were just too tired to catch
How big are those buggers?
I don't know. Frank thought they were around average 70 pounds. Six.
Pick one of those up, can you? Let's see one of those. Oh man, look at the size of those. Okay, tell me some details. Depth, speed, type structure.
Fast.
Fast? Really fast? How fast?
Along the weed line.
Pretty fast.
And 18 to 22 foot.
18 to 22 foot.
We threw markers on the weed line. Marked the weed line out with markers.
Okay.
And
so you
tried to stay on the outside.
Tried to stay right on the edge of it. Okay, very good.
Right off a 50-foot hole.
Off a 50-foot hole.
Yeah. And most of them we caught back sort of in a corner after we came back to a corner.
Kind of an inside turn?
They sort of just followed the weed line back as far as they could get, I guess.
Uh-huh.
They were kind of
bunched up.
Great.
In the corner there, and they were bunched up.
And we're using wire or?
Wire.
Wire and what size?
Hundreds.
Hundreds and wire.
Yeah. And speed was, I don't know, a lot of them were 6-7 miles an hour.
6 or 7 miles an hour, wow. Now was this is a cold front day and it's pretty windy. Did you have trouble controlling the boat?
Nope.
We were on
out of the wind.
The favorable side of the
Oh,
lake,
okay.
so,
You picked the right side of the lake.
Wind, yeah.
Which would be the north side.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, very good. That's an excellent mess of fish. Look at that. All right. Anything else? Any other details?
Just skill of the boat operator, I guess.
The boat operator?
You know, guiding.
Maybe a little thanks to Buck?
Little thanks.
A little bit.
A little more than a little.
A little bit.
That's great. That's
was
great.
Let's see, that was about the first time, that's the first pike you've ever caught.
First northern
Is that
I've
the
ever
first
caught.
northern?
First one I've ever caught, and the first time we've ever found any weeds to
Oh my gosh.
mark.
Yeah,
to
neither one of us.
throw
Now you're from Texas, right?
Texas and North Carolina.
Okay, well then you don't have too many pike down there, do you?
No, not too many.
Well, that's exciting then. Those things are pretty nasty, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you see his
One
Band-Aid?
tried to get my thumb,
Oh man.
and I made a Band-Aid, makeshift Band-Aid.
Okay. Well, very
I
good.
just kept cranking with the other four.
Okay, well
That's great.
thanks a lot. That's neat. That's neat to see.
But, right there. Push it way down.
18 to 22.
No, it should open. It'd be open. Oh, put it to off and then put it back where it's at. Turn it to off, then put it back where it's at. It should open back up.
Did you measure any of those? How long would they go?
I think the longest one was like 32, maybe.
Boy, they're fat though. Gosh,
Okay.
that's great.
Make sure you tell them they got a Texas limit.
Okay, yeah, I got Dave Bishop here, and he's going to tell us. Dave, where did you catch those fish now? That nice stringer?
Yeah, we went to the deepest hole in the area, deepest water in the area, and sort of looked for the weed line in that area.
Okay.
Figuring that
Now, where's the launch?
the launch is up here. I think we came under the bridge.
Okay, a
Under
white
the bridge, no
White
wake.
Lake. This is where the White
Right.
River comes in. I think it is the White River. Yeah.
Comes down in through a no wake zone and
Okay.
just sort of followed the right-hand shoreline around and looking for a weed line, and with the idea in mind that there was a 60-foot hole down here
In that area.
in that area
Okay.
that we ought to work, and so
It's a pretty big lake too. Yeah. Goes way down to Lake Michigan here. Okay, so you were following the weed line. Then you came across something in this area, or you had a map?
When we found the weed line, we just started going along the weed line in about 20 foot of water,
Okay.
and within 10-15 minutes we hit a pike, and then kept sort of turned around and hit another one,
Now put your finger where you think might have been the spot. There, where that
right
30 is, somewhere there's a,
Yeah,
there's a
just-
point
it
that
was-
comes out there.
Right. There's a sort of a trough that goes back into this corner.
Okay.
It's a corner
This
weed
map
line.
isn't probably too accurate,
Yeah.
but
And we just started picking up pike further from the hole,
mhm.
and then mostly came out of this corner. They were coming up out of the 50-foot hole, following the weed line back into
So
the
that
corner.
was kind of like an inside turn. Now, how did you keep
Right.
your speed and everything up on that turn?
We caught. We've taken lessons from John Zaborni, and we varied the speed and speeded up in the turns, and we were catching pike just about every time in the turn.
All right, on the turn then,
Mm-hmm.
as you were speeding up.
Right.
And was it a real sharp turn, or one you put your rod tip under the water?
No,
Or?
it wasn't that sharp.
Okay.
But probably like a 120-degree turn,
Mhm.
something like that.
Okay.
And then after the crowd sort of cleared out, we marked off the weed line and trolled around the point, and we were actually catching them along the weed line.
Crowd cleared out. People came
Yeah,
over.
no, there were not because we were catching fish, but there were just a lot of
There
people
was a lot of people there.
in that
Okay.
area fishing the weeds, I think.
You didn't try that trough. Comes up through there, did you?
No, I couldn't. We didn't find this. Isn't this a 10-foot
Where's that?
break line or 10-foot? And we
yeah,
couldn't.
well, where's that trough? That long, skinny trough at? That ain't it, is it, Chase?
Oh, that long, skinny one. That's on the south side. There's one right there.
Yeah, it don't look like it. Ain't nothing like this though.
Yeah, this map isn't real good. So.
No, it's right in here. There's a trough, comes all the way out, and it narrows down to 10 feet wide and goes all the way back out and forms two big bars out there.
Okay. Well, there's that one bar. Right. You can see right there where it
This
says
bar?
20.
But I couldn't find that bar. I don't
Oh,
know
you
if-
couldn't find it.
I couldn't find that
Okay.
one. I mean, maybe we were-
This ain't the same as that. Let me grab it over map real
think
Okay. Okay. This is a better
Oh,
map now.
Okay.
Now, where? Put your finger on it again. Right. Right there.
Starts
Okay.
out at 28, comes all the way up and dead ends at 17 and goes all the way
Oh
back
yeah.
out.
Huh.
They were all piled up in the end of that trough the other day there.
Oh, yeah.
And you were right up in here then.
Yeah, where you got the 22.
The
Yeah.
22.
See that cut right there?
The cut in there. Yeah. Okay.
It cuts in from 22 and it cuts all the way in and comes back out.
Oh, yeah. So you followed that whole break line as you were,
Right.
and just kept going back through it at about well, you said 18 feet,
18 to 22.
18 to 22, right at where it was the base of the break line, basically.
Right.
Then, weren't you? Okay.
And the first couple we caught were up here, and then they must all gone back to the hole. We didn't catch any more.
Now, where was the hole that they related to?
This,
Oh, this one over here. So,
yeah, and that's actually
It's about 55.
50
yeah,
feet.
55, 60 feet.
okay. So they must have contacted at that point and then come down that break line at the 22 or 18, 22 foot level. So their migration would be along that until they hit the inside turn, maybe even farther.
That's what they do up here.
They just follow it.
All these people out here fishing on the ends of these bars
Mm-hmm.
in the middle of nowhere, nobody in that trough. But you control that trough, and you take day 3 or 4 after a cold front, those fish are going to move up, 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 up. They're going to be stockpiling into that trough. You're going to be able to sit right there and just kill them. They ain't got nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Right.
So you fished there too, didn't you, John? Some?
Yeah, me and Marcy got about 30 pike out of there the other day.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We ended up, we kept 10 that one day, our limit, but they were all nice fat ones.
What? Yeah, that's right. Those are. What size did they go? About
They're going about 9 to 12 pounds.
9 to 12 pounds. That's a nice catch.
Nice fat
Yeah.
ones.
Okay.
You get smallies right up, right in here as a finger goes into that trough,
Mm-hmm.
and we got 3 passes and 3 smallies on that finger, and we cast it.
What
We
depth?
couldn't do nothing.
What depth is it?
About 16, 17 foot, right on the edge of the weed, and a little point comes out.
What a walleye! Look at the size of that. 7.2?
Yeah. That's
7
another
pounds?
one back in and lost another one trying to hoist it in the boat.
Is that right? What kind of depth and
Shallow.
Shallow? Wow.
Oh, we got it on a 250.
On a 250.
27.
27 inches?
27 inches.
Oh my
tad
gosh.
Over.
You got another one in there too?
That's the granddaughter.
That's the grand gal.
I
That's
think
a decent.
5 walleyes in a boat, 2 lost. Oh, okay.
5 walleyes in the boat, 2 lost.
And 1 largemouth bass.
All right.
1 little northern.
On this-
17.
Yeah.
And the northern. How big is that? 17 inch?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's.
Well, what do you
that
think?
one we threw back was bigger than that one, wasn't it?
I think you might have. Well, the one that I tried getting in the boat, I think was.
Yeah, that one.
I tried to lift him in the boat and he got off.
Well, what do you think of spoon plugging, Bill?
Well, like I told him, it's probably going to cost me money now because I got to go buy spoon plugs.
Remember, it's not the lure.
It's not the lure. Right. That's great. You did a super job.
Yeah, just as it was coming off. A couple times, yeah. We got one fish
That
coming
was-
off
that
the
one
end
was-
there, but most of them were down there in that
Down
turn.
the curve, yeah.
Yeah.
And that little finger on the side where that walleye came from, that one we had.
Yeah, I didn't really get that. I didn't find that finger. I know it's there, but I couldn't nail it down. But everything was on 250 and 400. We caught nothing on a 200.
Again, we didn't
Yeah.
either. We never had a bump on it too.
And we put the 100 down. There ain't a lot of 100 stuff down there. But I never went over. You guys were working that other point, so we didn't go over there.
The thing I told Mike and Jim ahead of time, before we even started, I said, when these kind of dark water lakes, good structure situation, shallow weed line, these walleyes are going to be right up against the weeds. And they didn't believe me.
It wasn't 10 minutes later.
And they started getting them.
That's when you got the.
They just have a tendency to do that in these dark water lakes, and they're shallower than the smallmouth. They're shallower than the northern half the time. But it was a good day. It was a good day.
Yeah, well,
Good
we had a
afternoon.
good time.
Good afternoon.
I managed to teach him something. Even though, wait, I think there's something there. You better stop. You know, it's all these interruptions. What can I say? Bill,
You taught me how to
Good
get a
grief.
lure off.
Did you get a hang too, so you learned how to get off the hang?
no, we didn't really. Just
we
the
got
weeds.
one. We got one hang.
We got the lines twisted together.
We
so
fished down
I
a
taught him
creek.
that trick.
You know how to get
Yeah,
off.
you know how to get
All right, Ted, what you got there?
It was about 34, 35 inch.
35 inch northern off of what they call Strawberry Island.
Yeah.
Wire line on one side.
Oops, better grab them. Hey, that's a nice one. Wow. How many did you get?
4 altogether.
4 altogether.
Yeah.
All right. That's a nice fish.
We went out about 2 o'clock, I guess.
This is on Muskegon Lake.
First time I fished Muskegon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you got sick of those
What kind of-
walleyes at Mona.
Yeah. What kind of depth did you get?
3 of them come at 24 feet, and Charlie got, I guess we got 5. We got 2 at about 28 to 30 feet.
28 to 30 feet. Wow. That's great.